Oh. Oh.
What are you doing? Delicious.
Look at this. That's what she.
Oh. had just put my headphones on and the thing was set to maximum volume and I didn't know it and almost jumped out of my chair when it doo 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 doo.
Oh god, that Discord music at max volume is killer.
Yeah,
It
is.
scared the shit out of me.
It's
I've
horrifying.
been there.
That jingle is actually cursed. I swear.
Yeah, it
I
would
like
be
the-
nice if it ramped in.
I like the other one that they did before, the one that had like drums and everything. I was like, I can really get into this. Like, I don't even want to answer the phone. I just want to listen to a ring. I don't even want to
Maybe
answer
you
the
can
phone.
change
I
it.
just want to listen to a ring. I don't even want to
Maybe
answer
you
the
can
phone.
change
I
it.
just
Oh god.
I'm having about as Greek of a dinner as it gets. I don't want to spill this, but tomatoes, olives, and feta cheese.
There you go. Sounds awesome though.
All right, who's starting?
Sorry, I'm entertaining myself by saying that I've subscribed for 3 months on our own channel.
You did it.
I did it!
You can start, Carl. Are you ready to start or not?
When am I ever ready?
You were ready the last couple times when I trolled you.
Yeah, well, yesterday I did stuff, today I did stuff.
When did Twitch
Good
get so
update, bro.
white?
Yesterday was mostly social media stuff because the Steam page went live, and just doing that nonsense. And then today is already been more of the same, just going through and posting on different social media. It sounds like we're going to try and make a build today, so I'll be doing some of that. And then in between all of that, I'll probably continue to try and push forward on the narrative trailer. Oh, that's the thing. I made a test track yesterday, got it over to Brandon. We also got Patrick's VO in today, so I also sent that over to Brandon so we can start building that test track. And Tyson's working on the visual stuff for that. So I want to get a test track for timing over to him so he can play around. He said he might be playing around with After Effects this weekend, so if we can get a test track to him today, then he'll have something to play with. So yeah, George.
Okay. So I gave all of our star systems and planets names. I just researched some stuff online for real systems that exist. I don't know if that fits completely within what we wanted for the lore of our game, but it seems, I don't know. It's a pretty big list. It's like 400 names. I didn't make them or anything. I just copied it. But I did all the code for getting it working in game. And then the planets now just number themselves. So it's kind of like astronomical, although maybe we want to add in a little bit of spice down the road, some specific planets that have special names or something. But right now, you get a star system and it does 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. Also, sorry for the Roman numeral code in the helper functions. It does not follow any of our conventions because I monkey see, monkey coded it from an exact example. Could not figure out how to alter it correctly. So it looks awful, but it works. I also spent a decent chunk of time today with just thinking about the easiest ways to increase the amount of content and replayability in our game, and also the fact that it's really hard to beat our game, which I don't think is bad, but I think sometimes it's unnecessarily brutal. It feels like there's no real mechanism for the player. What I mean by that is, well, actually, I shouldn't get into this during stand-up. Why don't we talk about this after stand-up? I have
we
some
design time.
things. Yeah, I want to
Do
talk
we?
about stuff in. Is it today? No, we don't. It's
Friday is always design time when
No,
I
it's not.
forget what day it is.
Oh.
Okay, great.
No,
but I
and
would like to
also
talk about
on
that
that.
some
There was a
afterwards.
big bug. The game was excruciatingly hard. There's a reason why most people failed around jump 6 or 7 is because the stagnation multiplier never went. It only increased jump after jump after jump after jump. So you're hitting like by 6 jump, you were getting minus 20 morale every 24 hours.
Okay.
So you were constant, like, unless you were spamming grand celebrations like no one's business.
I
There
was.
no, exactly. That's what made me. I'm like, this seems like too much. Something's
Well, that's
wrong.
good to know. But I was also thinking about
subtle.
really, I was trying
We don't need
to
to talk
spend some
about
time,
it.
designing some approaches for easy ways to add some procedurally generated content that fits in our mold of what we want to do down the road as well. So we're not like veering off course or anything, but at the same time, we can create something that adds a little bit more procedural generation to it. Kind of like the ship picker, like that's all procedural and it was pretty easy to implement. I'm trying to think of some other things like that. So we'll discuss that later. Okay. Today, I don't know what I'm going to do because I think it's based on what the discussion winds up coming out later today. If it's not something with that, then I'll do more UI cleanup tasks.
Yeah, and we got to discuss probably at the end of this what we want to see wrapped up for a build to go out to itch again, just so that we can get some time with players on the no pause change, because we need to get some soak time with them on that before we go to Steam. We should talk about it.
Okay, I choose Ant.
Yesterday was a lot of getting stuff ready for Steam build. Sorry, George, reverting the changes.
Okay.
I was just like, wow, this is going crazy and horrible. Okay, out. Let's just rethink how we're gonna have to approach this later. And we're gonna put the game up on Steam, so I want people to be able to use it. Went through, cleaned our basic screens, so to put the Ghostly Bear copyright in on the homepage, put proper version number that doesn't say itch in it, so we don't get, I don't know, I wouldn't be surprised if Steam launched the game and saw that it said itch alpha and be like, nope, can't say itch.
No, they absolutely would have.
Yeah. So it was a lot of taking care of that. We're a little bit more on some faction-ish type stuff, negotiation stuff, and then started pulling and started working on not combining same type resource caches. Actually pretty close to that, but I won't put it in before we put the build up. So I want to do that, and then I just started going through bugs as well, because the bug list backlog enormous, and I want to get it down. It bugs me. And today I plan, if we're going to put a build up, I'm going to probably focus on bugs more than anything until the build is ready. Would be the best thing for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where I'll spend probably most of my time. Yeah. Oh, I got shuttles in yesterday too. Stupidest little shuttles.
You mean awesomest little shuttles? They're so cute.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. I like them.
Will, go.
Yesterday, I explicitly said that I would have no time, and then I did have time, and I got in Dubers.
Great. I got Dubers.
And yeah, they're pretty simple. I was originally going to get them in for every resource change, but I thought that might be a bit aggressive and maybe too much. So I only put them on exploits, build and upgrade installations, and cancels of both of those. So that's when you'll see them right now. They're really easy to add. So we can throw them into other locations that we feel like the information isn't popping enough. I think they do good for that. Then I've been looking through bugs and suggestions on our board and trying to, there's a lot of them that I can't repro. There's a lot of them that seem wrong, like the Scuttle one, which apparently I implemented wrong. So I found one that I'm going to try and work on, which is the population number not working correctly. After that, I'm going to go to the next one and look at that one. Although I am incredibly tempted to go in and change the way that George did the names because I don't like it. But we can talk about that later.
Okay. Do you mean what it looks like to the player or the implementation in the code?
The numbers. It's so boring.
Oh, okay.
We don't need to be boring. Brandon.
Brandon, it's you.
Brandon,
I'm back.
are you
My
awake?
connection back.
I think he
Am I
lost
here?
Awesome.
My connection back.
Yeah, I don't know. Can
Brandon.
you hear us?
You've been here this entire
Ah.
time, so
Can you see us, Brandon?
Yeah, we could see you. We can still
I have a
see
good
you.
idea, Will. You should change your choice to Hans.
Hans, you look like an elk.
I am.
Oh, I'm back.
Hey,
Well, that's too bad, Brandon. We're not interested anymore.
too late. Moved
Yeah,
along.
that's fair. Story of my life.
So yesterday was mostly Jenkins all day. Went through and got all of the plugins and the main app updated. Went through and then built out the Steamworks scripts. Got those working. Got the depot and branches set up on Steam. And then got the end-to-end build a shipping bake or shipping cooking and then pushing to Steam, all working out of Jenkins. So we should be able to, when we want to push to Steam, we can just go and kick off a build from Jenkins. It is still building off head. That is something that at some point here we should talk about how we want to go about making tags or whatever we're looking to do to start or branching or whatever we're starting to look to do for each of our ship candidates, or if we want to just keep building off head for right now. But if we're going to do that, we need to get disciplined about when we go through all those things. So we should talk about that sometime in the next week or two. So got through that stuff. Today I'm shifting into cleanup stuff for getting a build ready to push out to playtesters. So jumped in and started looking at like the text alignment stuff and things of that sort for long range scanning. I have a version of it that works better and reads better. But it does still have one alignment problem that drives me insane. But my guess is it's not going to drive other people insane. So take a look at it. If it bugs you, let me know. Moving on probably to cleaning up the draft. Going in and like making the button change and the such on the draft phase. That's probably the next thing I'll jump into. And then do a quick run through the bugs and see which other UI stuff seems to float to the top to try and get that stuff ready. I did want to touch base briefly also today with folks on what we think either the interstitial would be between the main screens and the drafting phase, or what additional text we might want to add to the drafting phase. So when people get dropped in, they're not just hit with a grid of a whole bunch of stuff that they don't know, but something that says, "Hey, take a look at these ships. Figure out which ones." I don't know what we said, but something that's more friendly for the first time play. And this could be the beginning of our whatever tutorial, if a tutorial we do eventually. But it could just be on first load, pop this screen before we give them the giant grid of stuff. So I would love to talk about that with folks today. That's me. I choose Brandon. And then I'll push a build. I choose Brandon.
Okay, I heard that one this time. So yesterday I unplugged, kind of, but the thing that I recall doing the day before that was getting a few videos done for public development. Did that, and then started working on some rough sketches of faction systems as a larger resource. Faction loyalty systems as a larger resource. Okay, there we go. Today, I owe Carl some cut tracks of the voiceover is what you sent over to me. Is that right, Carl? Okay, so I owe him some voiceover tracks lined up so that Tyson can start working on that, which is what will probably take up most of my time in the early day. I have a doctor's appointment in the afternoon that I'll be out for, but when I come back, I'll continue working on what was the thing that I was working I want to send out the initial batch of contact to streamers if we're cool with that now that we have a wish list page and we have generated Steam keys. So I'm going to start those conversations and hopefully start moving through them for the rest of the sprint. And that's, yeah, that'll be it. I guess that everybody?
Think so.
Okay, cool.
So do we want to shift into talking about the build? And
Yep.
and
Sure.
everyone get in. All right.
Does that mean playtest?
First, let's look. Actually, yeah. Why don't we play test first? Actually, that's a good idea. Let's play test first. We can propagate anything that we find, and then go through the board and identify stuff we want to try and get in before we cut a build today.
Well, I just pulled and got an update as of
Yeah.
1 minute ago.
Yeah, it's probably mine.
No, that's mine.
Oh,
I mean,
So I'm
I
gonna
just pushed.
build.
I just pushed something where I was like, oh, there was a bug that needed to be fixed. Where is
getting
it?
latest.
All right. So all the bugs are at the top of the validate. I can record bugs. Who's going to play test and who's going to help run the validate list?
Oh my god.
I'll run the validate list.
Okay.
I would like to play test. I haven't played in a little.
Okay. So scan results, gaseous experiment, scan results. I'm guessing the reactor blue one thing is remove that event completely, or can we actually repair stuff now?
We can't
It says
repair anything.
so we removed that event. Is that what
Yeah,
that?
it should not. That should not happen. Nothing should damage your installations anymore right now.
Okay.
In the game.
That explains why I
Uh,
couldn't find it.
Quest to use the fuel factory without a fuel factory. Could not upgrade hangar from level 2 to 3. Efficiency, captain passive. Let's see what
Did we
else.
talk about what we're going to do with Scuttle?
I thought we were playtesting to validate bugs first.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I thought you were going through the bugs chart. Never mind. JK.
I am going through the bugs, the ones that are in the validate column. I'm saying them out loud so that we can get an idea of what kinds of things we're going to be trying to hit when we playtest.
Thank you. My apologies.
Sure. Crash when broad spectrum scanning executed. There's no more details on it, so I guess just use it and hopefully it won't crash. When the ship explodes, it currently increases your morale. Oh shit.
No, that fixed now. If you got the latest, that actually fixed that.
It's really funny.
By
It
the
was
way,
really funny. I was like, hey, that's cool.
does K is K hidden behind the K button? Is that hidden behind the cheat flag or whatever?
I haven't put that in yet. That's work to be done still.
Okay, cool. Might
All
be worth
that-
mentioning in that bug or task. Unless it's easy for you to remember.
Oh, it is. I'm going to go through that
Dupers.
entire input graph and basically hide everything behind cheat.
Okay, so there's a lot with long range scan. There's a lot with gaseous experiment event. The reactor event blows up, should never happen. Fuel factory quest shouldn't happen if you don't have a fuel factory. So if somebody gets a draft where you don't get a fuel factory, I guess it's kind of suicidal in our game, but okay, just play it anyway.
I have a fuel factory. What do you need?
No, I'm saying if you don't have a fuel factory.
I do not have a fuel factory. What do you
Oh,
need?
sweet.
You
We
should, you
need
should
you
just never.
to-
You should just never see the quest to.
Refine fuel.
Yeah.
Use it to
Yeah.
refine fuel.
Okay. Well,
It's going to be a hard one to test.
Yeah, I don't know if I.
Well, how
Um,
much jumps can you could do 3
I've got
jumps right now,
18,
Hans?
so I can get.
Yeah,
I can get
You'll
Yeah.
if you're gonna get the quest, you will see that quest by that point, most likely. So
I really should just add the fuel cheat. Maybe just adding the fuel cheat would be easy to do. I bet that would be super easy to do really quick.
Oh man, I didn't get a military ship. This is gonna be a hard run.
Okay. Somebody upgrade their hangar from level 2 to 3, which I've heard is a good strategy anyway.
What do
Um,
hangers do when they upgrade?
Yeah, what do the hangers
Exploit.
faster exploit, quite a bit faster exploit.
Oh, that's actually not bad. I didn't
Oh,
realize that.
yeah, I've never thought about that.
Upgraded scanners and upgraded hangars actually do make things worthwhile.
Yeah, so
And
that,
someone try and get an efficiency captain passive.
Yeah, I have 2.
Okay,
what do you
cool.
want me to do with them?
When you do upgrades, all upgrades should be enabled even if you don't have enough resources for them, if you have the efficient captain. And meaning, sorry, if you have less than what you would normally need, but because you're efficient, you have enough, then they should be enabled. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Brandon, okay,
Basically,
so if it
basically,
costs
if it-
100 metal and efficient captain makes it cost 50, if you have 75 metal, it should be enabled for that ship, even though it's not enabled for another ship.
Got it.
it's a pretty specific one to test. I have in my own testing
Oh, those Jubers are
made
great.
sure it worked, but
And we're gonna need some.
I also fixed it, so I shouldn't validate.
We're gonna need some people to. Oh wait, Carl, were you? Oh, you're recording on the thing. Whoops, I'm supposed to be watching the stream for validation, or what?
you're supposed to help make sure that we're validating stuff. I'll record.
Oh,
those.
okay.
Sorry, I'm also slightly distracted because Zingris is in chat and I'm talking to him. But if there are
Okay.
bugs, I am ready to record them.
Yeah, we'll yell Carl. Okay, so it looks like all those things are aligned now inside of the window. Although we probably need to. Yeah, they look aligned enough. Are you talking about Hans? I'm guessing that the alignment thing that bothers you is the word common types being center aligned towards the stuff on the right.
Yes, and I attempted to fix it, but the way the box scales, it doesn't seem to work the way I expected. So I stopped working on it. If you have ideas, feel free to jump in. But,
Okay. Oh, well, it doesn't bother me that much.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
Yeah, that's absolutely it. It's so those left hands are left aligned, top aligned, and the right hands are full width, top aligned. So they should line up in the upper left hand anchor, but they don't. I'm not sure why.
Hopefully someone gets gaseous experiment the event. If you get that event, please call it out loud. Or the food gone missing event. Both of those. You got the food gone missing event?
No. I'm saying I understand.
Ah, okay.
I believe that the dismantle action should take. That's just a suggestion, not a comment.
What did you say?
The dismantle action should take time.
Execution time to dismantle. I'm fine with that.
It's kind of amazing how much the look and feel of our game has changed.
I mean, yeah. Oh, by the way, when you guys are playtesting, if you end up with cool looking scenes, screenshot them because we need new screenshots for the Steam page.
Yeah, we do need.
Oh yeah.
The easiest way to do screenshot that, and it actually, like, if you just want like a shot of the system, it removes all the UI. Hit the tilde key, bring up the console at the bottom, and do high res shot 2. It will auto complete, but make sure you put 2 after it, and it just makes it will make like a 4K screenshot basically. Getting the UI is a little bit harder.
Let's see. Does anyone have broad spectrum ability?
I do.
Pay attention when you use it. We need to just confirm that it's not crashing the game anymore.
It wasn't crashing the game consistently, is the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I've used it hundreds of times in my playtesting, just every time I play, and it doesn't crash. There was something, I don't know about that person's game, but I saw in the code where something could possibly be null, and so now I just check against that.
Scuttle does not have runtime on it.
It doesn't have an execution time.
Yes, Scuttle does not have a runtime when I mouse over it.
Okay.
Wait, hello?
Oh, the tooltip doesn't say it has one, but it has one when you use it?
Yeah, I know it has one. I just don't know what it is, and I don't want to use it because I don't know what it is. Asteroids barren. That sounds awful. Yeah, let's give me some gas.
You know, a
giants.
couple of these planets look kind of really small there. Are they? Maybe it's just because it's a smaller screen.
It's
Turn.
a well.
Do you think they're too small or not
No.
when you're playing?
So
Uh,
keep in mind that these are going to shift to being moons,
Okay.
What?
right?
I don't know if I ran into a bug, but I long range scanned the place, and the only thing that it said about it was that it had gas giants, and I don't have any gas giants.
What did you? Are you sure you jumped there?
Yeah. What do you mean by that?
Where is your? Do you only scanned one thing?
In-
Is that correct or
no, I did 2 scans. There was an O, I think, and I think that was the
Mhm.
one that said it was gas giants, and then there was like a K,
Okay, which one did you pick?
the one that said gas giants. I think it was O, but I don't quite
Scanners
remember.
Need another hanger.
So
Yeah, because if
O should only be gas giants.
if I remember correctly,
Yeah, it
O
has no other
is
weights for anything else.
yeah, and it
Does a
only has
level-
one. Sorry, go ahead.
no, finish what you're saying. I don't want to.
I think you might have gone to the K planet, and it might have been a UI bug too, like where maybe you had hovered over it or something, but didn't quite click it, but you had the other one selected because it remembers the last thing you selected in that screen.
I definitely clicked both of them, and then I selected the one that I wanted and clicked go. So I guess it's possible that if one of them is, say, focusable, it would have broken it.
Yeah, that's possible.
I'm gonna bug it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's
because
more
you
likely
definitely
that it's a
didn't go to
UI
an
bug.
O.
Yeah, I think it's more likely a UI bug.
'Cause, yeah. The system you went to, Will, is definitely a K system, not an O system.
Oh, if I upgrade my hangar, it takes 2 power. I hate upgrading. It's the dumb.
Upgrade your reactors.
Oh,
that's really
my god, I got wrecked.
You really did.
Wow.
That's a nice system there. What letter system was it that you went to?
A K, I think.
I really want to make. I don't. Can that be a K? Can Ks have one? Wow, you got really unlucky. That was
Yeah.
It happens.
a 1 out of 14 chance that you would have only one thing in this.
No real reason to stay here, though. Like, just
Yeah, just jump.
just exploit it and
Just roll them
Get out.
bones sometimes and
Honestly, I don't know if this is just my playstyle, but I have no idea what metal is useful for.
building
I don't
things
think I've
Building
ever had less than
and
200.
upgrade.
So, guys, I got a question. I
Mhm.
think it's just a communication issue, but so I've got this ship here, the Hope,
Yep.
and I've got 1 powered slot, and I have 0 of 1 used, and I have a level 1 installation. Both of these can go in and work fine. I have a level 2 hydroponics that will not go in.
It
And
needs
I'm
2
assuming
power.
because it needs 2 power, but there's nothing that indicates it needs 2 power.
Yep, you're
Good
right.
call. Suggestion: put
Yeah.
power requirements in installation tooltips.
So it just feels broken.
Oh my god, this game is so much easier after your change, Ant.
yeah, it really is.
It's like
I-
trivial now.
I'm no longer automatically losing morale every. what
Well, I
feels
mean
like
that's
all
a
the
good thing.
time.
So we can do a balance of I can increase it how much you're losing.
Actually, this looks like a broad spectrum scanning time.
Do it.
Do it. Actually, that's a good place. to
Has
process
anyone
this.
gotten a gaseous experiment or not?
Nope.
Not yet.
Okay. Has anyone gotten a food goes missing? Nope. Okay.
Nope.
Did anybody try with their efficiency captain passive to build something when they had enough for the efficiency version, but would not have had enough for the regular version of the installation? That thing we talked about earlier. Who said they had efficiency captains?
I did. What do you want me to do?
When your metal is at a point that's less than 100, you need to look at a ship that can upgrade something. Is it 100 metal for upgrading things, Anthony? I can't remember now. Some of them are, right?
No.
That's just building?
It's 40 and 20.
Oh, crap. Never mind. So it needs to be like, your metal needs to be like exactly between 20 and 40.
Okay. Let me try to get there.
Build
That
some
might be a little
stuff.
hard.
You can do it. Spend, baby, spend.
Actually, right now would be a good chance to check on efficiency. Ship, can you build or upgrade something, or is that what you're doing right now?
I just did it. What else would you?
So go to the
your
upgrade
resources are at a place that is a good point to look at upgrading, maybe.
You're efficient.
go-
Alright, upgrade.
Now, can you? What's that one on the?
Oh, actually,
uh,
you don't have hard point, so that's.
Oh,
Yeah, I
he
do.
doesn't? No, yes, he does. He has
Yeah, I do,
one.
I have one.
Oh, and
I can't.
Okay, so
Why
that's
is
not
that?
fixed.
It is not fixed.
Okay, I will push that back.
God damn it! I don't understand why these aren't. I don't know anymore. Someone else can look at that one. I'm done with those. I don't know. I've looked at every place that I have seen.
No, I mean it's fair. It's just I'm done with this bug. It's just in the game forever.
Did anyone upgrade their hangar from level 2 to level 3?
So far, it's only level 2. I can work on that. Give me a second.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm trying to get there.
What are the excuse me, requirements for the food goes missing event? Let's see.
I think it's
Where's
just
out
a
here?
random. It's just a random event.
Yeah, I think for some of
Yeah,
those we're just gonna have to have someone who is not the person who checked it in go and force it through JSON stuff.
Is there a way I can get more choices in the screen? Like if I upgrade my long range scanner, does it do that?
Get more
You mean
choices.
Are you talking about the long range scan screen?
Yeah.
Not
Just scan
currently.
more times.
Yeah.
No, it's not going to work. Right now, it's still a very rudimentary system. You get exactly 2 choices per jump, and both choices will lead to the next pair of 2 choices, and both of those will lead to the next
I've
one.
gotten 3.
Yeah,
Are
I was
you
trying
sure?
to ask how I got 3 because I swear
Yeah.
I've gotten 3 before.
I have gotten 3.
Oh, shit.
That's right.
Swaps between 2 and 3.
Yes.
Cool.
It's 2 or 3,
Yeah.
and all of them will go to the next one. Okay, never mind. Yeah. Okay.
But I was just, I was wondering if there was a strategy to it, but there's not.
No.
I don't think so. I think it's random.
Not currently. Yeah. Excuse
Exploit
me.
that shit.
What am I doing again? I don't remember. Ah, fuck. I don't remember what my plan was. Oh well. Maybe it'll work out.
Oh man, I have so many quests. Find and gather gas. Find and gather metal. Find and gather food. I guess I should
Don't wait
just
in that
hit
order.
one of these.
Oh, that's
frozen
right. I need
places,
to
and
upgrade
then
a
I'll get
hangar
all
to
of
level 3. I'm not gonna do that in this system that I've been here forever.
them. Frozen is super OP.
No, it's not. I fixed it. No, I'm just kidding. It's pretty good still.
It's gonna solve all of my quests.
Why?
Because it gives off all the resources that he needs to collect.
This one, and this one, which are the 3 resources. It has all of them.
Well, fuel is 2.
Are there ever quests for fuel?
No.
I have no idea.
There's quests to refine fuel sometimes, but not to gather fuel.
For a brief moment, I don't know why, but for a very brief moment, I thought the dubers were the shuttles because your screen is really small on my screen. I'm like, oh my god, that's so cool! The shuttles literally took the stuff over to the UI.
I mean,
Well,
we could do
and
that.
that's something to think about in terms of like personalizing those dubers, like maybe making them into shuttles, be able to move back and forth. Or like,
Oh, we could totally sell shuttle skins.
I got the gaseous experiment.
Or a premium title.
All right.
I know,
I got
Carl.
the
I'm
gaseous
joking.
experiment event. What do you
sorry. gaseous
Are
experiment.
they both
silent.
available to be used?
They're
Yes.
both available to be used.
Although the
Is
here's
the
a-
word
here's-
captain spelled correctly?
I have no idea what either of you just said right now.
Is the word captain spelled correctly?
no.
It is not.
Where is it?
Captain
Oh, it's in the
Lord.
captain of the.
Yeah, that's
So-
in code somewhere. We got to change it.
Yeah, because I'm like, that's not in the
No,
the.
It's not in the JSON.
It's not in the JSON because I searched the JSON for misspellings of captain.
it's in the code somewhere.
All right, I'll find that in the code. That's a good one.
Okay,
But
I'm gonna put that
so-
back into bugs.
two things. No, the captain being misspelled. Yes.
Yes.
Two things. Both things are available to be chosen correctly. Next
Yep.
thing on this, we need to change the wrapping, the alignment on
I
the.
already bugged it.
Good. Like that's just needs to be expanded. Easy enough.
Also, did we not fix the proceed? Because I'm pretty sure that's not how you spell proceed.
That's a good point too.
I
I'll
thought we
put
had.
that-
I thought we had a bug for that.
I didn't see a bug for that one.
Where?
I remember that too, but I don't know where it
Oh,
went.
yeah, that is definitely misspelled. Okay. Is there anything else that I need to do before I choose something? And is there something that I should choose?
No, we just need to
it
make
was
sure
mostly
you
that
can
they were
do both
both
of
they
them.
were both turned on.
That's good. I have some aesthetic comments. This gas giant looks fucking cool. These two asteroids look like one asteroid, but they are actually two. I don't know if we care.
I don't care about that right now.
We could make it so that there's only the JSON. It'd be easy to just say asteroids are always max of 1%. That's not hard to do. Do we want to do that to prevent
No.
confusion or not?
No, not right now. I don't care. And honestly, they'll look different eventually too. So
Oh my god, metal. Who cares about metal?
what was I doing? Why? Shit pop.
If I could find an alien species to sell all my metal to, I would do it instantly.
Yeah.
Give me gas, yo.
Heh. My population ticked down by 1 because I lost that scientist.
Oh,
Pretty funny.
that
Alright, I'm gonna
reduced your
upgrade
morale
my
by
hangar to
0.01, I
level
think.
3. Ooh, look at this system. This is fancy.
Find me some of that shit.
Yeah, shit.
I know it's super artistic and stuff, but I still can't help the gut reaction that that cloud cover looks more like a graphics error because it's too symmetrical.
On the
It's like-
gas giants?
Now on Brandon's screen right now, is that's a desert world, right?
Yeah.
Or is that?
I think
yeah,
it
that's a
looks kind
desert.
of weird.
It's not that. I think it looks cool and artistic, but it also to me still every time I see it, it feels like a graphical engine bug because it's too symmetrical.
I think it looks weird too.
It is so divisive. It is so funny how many people like they either really love it or they really hate it.
I don't hate it and I don't
hate
love
it.
it.
Oh,
It's
you brought it up like 4 times now.
You have.
only it's
You gotta
twice, and only because
No,
like I
it's
said,
not,
it's
George.
the
It's been more than
the only
twice.
thing. It's a bit twice. It's the only thing that I see art-wise that we've done that feels like some kind of graphical error. That's why I'm saying it.
See,
I
but
disagree. I
but
think the
the
frozen
point of
looks like
art
a
is to make
graphical
you
error.
feel. So it's making you feel successfully.
Oh,
Oh
god.
god.
No, that's incorrect. It's not making me feel.
Boo, get out of here. Boo, hiss. Throw tomatoes.
It's creating an emotional reaction.
Like the swirls. No, that's
Yeah,
not
like I'm
emotional. This is a
disgusted.
logical reaction. This is not an emotional reaction. The swirls on the planet are very pretty. The way we do rings and stuff.
I think you have a misdefinition for what emotional reaction is.
What? I'm like calmly iterating my opinion on
What
something.
was that?
I don't know. Trolling is what it is.
Yeah,
Successful
we're
trolling.
mostly giving back to George what he gives to us every day.
Pretty much.
Oh, whatever. I give you the gift of puns.
Uh-huh.
Every one of you at some point has laughed at least one of my puns in a genuine way. That is undeniable.
We're
Now,
la-
it's still
You.
a low percentage total, but that's okay
We're
because there's
laughing
been at least
otherwise
one.
we'd cry.
No, I can think of the ones that, because I do this like mental cataloging of puns for future reference.
Mhm.
So it's like when I
likes
meet new
what
people, I get to recycle my puns. Oh, jeez. So I'm purposefully trying to set up situations socially where I get to say my puns. The ones that are successful with different people. If they fail, I get rid of them. Okay. Anyway,
God.
The text at the top it's where it says scan celestial resources selected. We should probably change that to be more directive of what you need to click on next.
record that suggestion, recorder.
I think we actually have a feature. We already have that in the list of a feature today to do on this sprint.
So, hey, Brandon,
What did you want me to check on the hangar level 3? I have one now.
you just upgraded it, right?
Yeah.
Great. Okay, we're done. Has anyone gotten food goes missing the event? Probably not. How many people have broad spectrum scanned? If you have, just say aye.
I'm about to.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we totally do. As a player, when I select an ability that requires an action like scan or exploit, I would like the game to be more clear that of what I need to do and select, or roughly.
Oh wait, why would I upgrade something that costs gas? Don't be dumb, Will.
You guys are way too hopeful for this late in the game. Okay, that needs to be
Yeah.
increased.
Oh, I got
Morale
food goes
has
missing.
been-
You got food goes missing? Let's see. What do you get?
Caption is
Okay.
definitely still misspelled. And
Yeah, that's
proceed
in
is
the
also
Yeah,
Oh,
that's gonna.
misspelled.
That's fine.
Oh, that stuff's
Um,
actually we know how to fix
One
that.
food was
Geez.
minus 80 food. I had 26 food. I was able to choose it. Can you? Oh, the event already happened. I bet it'll still let you pick it, even if you do some grand celebrations. Won't
Does it actually take away the right amount of food? Is one.
Yeah,
one
try
thing.
it.
Which one do you want me to do?
80 food.
The top one.
Hey,
It
look
did
at you
give away
lost 80 food. It did.
And
Good.
then immediately got 49.
Dubers are dope.
And then lost
All right.
21.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is happening anymore, but I'm getting out of here.
I just want gas. Gas me.
Oh yeah, what was your opinion
Talk
on
to your child.
the planet names again? Will, you were gonna say something about it. I know you don't like it, but oh
I just
crap,
want
I
them
just
to
lost internet.
not be numbers. The numbers are boring. It just seems like it'd be really easy for us to come up with a bunch of themes and then just have it pick from a theme when you land in a system.
That is a significant amount of content generation because we have to curate for the themes. But I would say that's an awesome idea in terms of we can theme things together for sure.
It just feels like what we have is the thing that makes Mass Effect really boring. First Mass Effect. Mass Effect 1, when it's like, hey, remember how we added this whole boring subsystem with randomly generated boring content? That's what the numbers make me think. Metal.
I don't know.
Gosh,
They don't
dang it, metal.
they don't actually bother me that much, but I kind of like
I mean,
astronomy sci-fi stuff. So
yeah, I mean, well, my side of it is like I am not against trying out different themes and having it pick different themes, but like we have to build that content and run through that system before we put it in. So on board with ideating on that. And if you have ideas for that, we'll go ahead and write them up. I just want to.
Well, my first one was the one that George shot down, which is that we choose a bunch of different mythologies. But we could easily just do like names too. We could have one that has each of the Ghostly Bears names.
But is that for
Mythology.
stars or for planets?
It's for whatever the frick you call these mouse over objects.
celestial objects.
I mean, this one
Planets,
right now is
essentially.
called Alkide 5. this one right now is called Alkide 3. I'm saying call this one George and call this one Ant.
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot that these things have names. I've never looked at that in my life.
Oh,
That's
well,
because
because
it's
it,
not
It
because
was
it,
literally just implemented
No, I know,
today.
but I just today
It
realized
always
that they
used to say
actually have
planet
names.
name. It's just the star systems that are named, and then the planets just all take numbers from 1 to 6 based on how far they are from the star, or something like that.
Well, but
Ah.
like that's with the new way we've architected it, that also shouldn't be true because the main planet should inherit from the system name, but then the moons would have a different set of naming conventions based on the planet.
Sure.
yeah.
Real quick
I didn't know which
interruption.
ones were moons.
Because I want to point this out before I jump. Ant, I have been in this system for 3 days and I'm still hopeful.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
You're just yeah, that's why I said like now that I fixed that bug, the drop rate is probably way too low.
Just check it.
We'll increase that back up to something that might.
Now that we've fixed that bug, we will re-implement that bug as a feature.
Sure, exactly. We will work
Yeah.
our way back up to.
I never want players to win our game.
Oh boy.
What?
Oh boy.
But you're actually seeing stagnation happen, correct?
Yes.
I haven't been paying attention, but I'll go with yes.
I mean, I guess I'll see it on Brandon's screen here in a few seconds. Yep, stagnation.
Has
happens.
Has
It's just
anyone had a
fine now.
crash with broad spectrum scanning?
No, but I've only used it once. Cause
Okay.
I only had one.
So let that one soak in validation for a while.
Yeah.
Because it's just
Yeah.
we only saw one person even.
Okay, I'm
Respond.
gonna move the planet names and star system names card to done, but we can add a suggestion for making planet names feel different. Or you know what else we could do if you want is just the planet names can also get a random name from that list as well. You're only jumping 12 times. You can have a maximum of 72 names in the game, plus 12 for so 84 total names out of the list of 400 some. Would that at least be a temporary solution
Yeah, sure.
where every planet just also took a name from
I mean,
like the star system list? They all, the names of the star systems are relatively, planet double.
Yeah, we can come up with a better thingamabobber.
Okay, I'll go in and add that real quick right now. Because that's going to be a super quick fix.
I'm pretty sure if we actually did that and wanted to do any kind of homage to BSG, we would actually name our planets after give them real names. Although I think a lot of theirs were what were they? They
Were most
were
of theirs like real? Or based
no.
on
But I mean they were there was a bunch that were based on the zodiac signs. There was planets based on zodiac signs. And then there was planets based on like Greek Roman gods. Which is pretty
Also,
common.
I'm definitely fine with mythology being part of our naming convention, but the thing that I shot down before was you specifically said religions, and I was like, that just seems like a can of worms for real life.
chaos
like-
gods.
I mean, like, all I mean by that is like we can take the pantheon of angels as one of our sources on top of all of the other sources that we have.
That's true.
I mean, it's in Dante's Inferno. Like, I don't think it's like really special to people's hearts. Admittedly, I'm not a Christian, so maybe I'm wrong. But
Yeah,
I
I
don't think
mean,
people give a
that's-
shit about Gabriel.
That's the
Well,
like. If
well
you're
Dante's
talking
Inferno
about
isn't even. Never mind. I'm gonna stop. But
if you're talking about
It's
Zeus
not
and
canon. That's my
Poseidon,
point.
it isn't
and stuff like
canon.
That is my point.
then I think it's fine. But I personally think we should steer clear of real world religion, current real world religion.
Well, yeah,
references.
we will not name a planet Jesus Christ.
Well, exactly.
I
Not
agree
that,
with
but-
that.
But we will name one
Like, we
Jesus.
No.
need to have an epic on this and do it in conjunction with
Oh shit! I won.
the
You
right.
did. Good job.
Yeah,
That's a high
I
score.
agree. I was doing research yesterday into indigenous names for stars and constellations, and seeing if we could use something like that. It's the problem there is just getting a good list that isn't the English translation of the tribal word, which is shitty. So
Yeah.
um,
So let's for now we'll do what George had, which is the idea we use these, and then for planets, instead of just numbering them,
Just
they
use
get
the
their
same
own name
list.
for now. And then when we go through and actually make our change in terms of the next long range scanning, that's the good time for us to slide in when
Yeah.
it's a system, a planet, and moons. That's probably a good time for us to look at the next naming convention.
Do we want any numbers appended to the name?
I mean, right now I don't care.
yeah.
If you want to throw a number on it, go right ahead.
I
As long as it's not unknown
I mean,
system.
it's 3 lines right here that if I press the delete button, there won't be numbers. If I don't press the delete button, there will be numbers.
I mean, there's part of me that wants to leave it there just because Will has such a visceral, angry reaction. to
Oh
them,
my
but-
god, I'm deleting it then because
Okay.
anything to make you not get revenge.
So, quick question as well. If you guys can look at my screen really quick. Now, other than the fact that I broke the system, in terms of the overlays, is this more along the lines of what we're going to want for being able to choose your ships?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that looks good.
That'd be great.
So I just need to figure out what I broke, and then I can make it work.
I can
Cool.
help you with that potentially if you want.
I'm not quite sure what it is, but I think I just hastily.
Hey,
broke
Anthony,
something.
can you do me a favor?
What's up?
And for anything we validated today, or anything that we're gonna ship but is in validation, can you make sure we've rocket shipped it on the?
Correct. On the go back through the
Yeah,
the
as-
board,
if it's marked
Discord.
if it's marked with public Discord, it just needs to be rocket shipped.
I
How
have
do you
a
find
bug.
those?
What's
Oh,
your bug?
okay.
I had a ship that was scanning something, and I got bored, so I just jumped, and that ship exploded because I didn't have enough fuel. But its scanning action remained after jumping.
Okay, but it's not going down, right?
So it went down. It went all the way down and finished scanning something in the previous.
Okay, that's cool.
That's amazing. That's amore. Okay.
Destroyed
let's
ship
build
should
this.
end their actions. Check.
Oh my
I've had
gosh,
that
it's
same
really
thing
hot in here.
happen
I'm
when
gonna turn the air
jumping.
on.
Like I had a long range scan going, and I heck with it, and I jumped, and the long range scan finished in the next gout in the
Okay.
next jump.
That one makes a little bit of sense since you would kind of be doing it interstellarly.
Sure.
There.
I had a good opportunity to scuttle, but I didn't use it because I felt like I was cheating. Not really relevant to anything, but I thought I'd just say that out loud.
Why did this break?
All right, stagnation is totally working.
Do this.
I won. I
You
never
did.
lose this game. I'm the best.
Your morale was actually a bit lower.
Yeah, that's because I blew up 3 of my ships.
Oh, okay.
Part of
Oh,
me
your
really
score
wanted to
was
fold
low.
Gambit to the end there, but I didn't see that it was a win system, so I couldn't do it.
It didn't say win system on mine. It said
It doesn't
G.
say win system anymore.
Oh, what?
We fixed that bug a while ago.
What? That's not a bug, that's a
I
feature.
didn't realize that was a bug either. I thought that was cool.
Bring it back.
What?
Oh.
Yeah, that's not happening.
What?
Why is Conclave worth less? What a bunch of jerks.
I couldn't figure those out. Oh, I remember now.
Because
Oh,
you
did we list a bug for that?
Yes.
Yes, because you multiply them based on their
Yes.
pure number value, not what loyalty
Yep.
band they're in.
Yep, I know
Oh,
how to
that's-
fix that bug. I can
Alright,
fix
Whatever.
that.
I didn't like them anyways. I blew
P.S.
up.
Is there any way for us to like record someone's high score on their Steam profile as something that they can? I don't know.
Not anytime soon.
Okay.
Yeah, not on their profile like that. No, because we can't push stuff into the Steam profile like that.
We could do
Yeah.
achievements, maybe, couldn't we?
Eventually,
Eventually, like that's a
you don't
that's
do
a
it. Don't do
feature's worth of
achievements
work.
until while you're in early access for one. That's tended to be frowned upon.
Will Swanick followed me.
I did. I didn't know you had a Twitter until you told that guy. I'm not really good at social media.
I'm
Twitter
our
in particular.
I'm our
Same.
social media intern
And expert.
and E CEO.
Oh, cool.
I think I have
Alright.
like 12 followers. So I'm big news, guys. Big news.
I think I've made like I had a Twitter account and I made maybe I think 3 tweets or something, and one of them was like, "I'm on the toilet. Is this acceptable?" And it got so many likes, so I stopped tweeting after that.
Yep.
Okay.
we made it
All
at
right,
that
are we
point.
ending the stream? Because I think we're done playtesting. and we're
Whoa! It's the
progressing.
planet Peacock. This is awesome.
Isn't that ABC's new streaming thing?
I don't know.
Which is
think
the
so.
worst
I'm pushing
naming
this
ever.
code.
It's pretty bad
What?
because I don't think anyone
I'm-
understands that NBC's logo is
Or
supposed
NBC. Sorry, not ABC.
Yeah.
NBC is doing a stream, their own streaming platform, of
Welcome
course.
to the
because-
streaming wars.
Really?
and they're calling it the Peacock.
Oh my god.
Ooh, maybe not that one.
That
Whatever
is
it
a
was.
surprisingly on point name. I'm kind of impressed.
I'm
Have
impressed
you
they
guys
made
heard
it through
peacocks
marketing.
in real life?
Yeah,
Have you
they're
heard
assholes.
what they sound like?
Yeah.
They sound like children in
awesome.
distress.
Uh-huh. They're awesome.
And
Not children in distress. They're hilarious to hear out in the world.
They're terrible. I mean, I hated peacocks because sometimes you would just be driving in the neighborhood and then there would be like 5 of them standing in the street. You'd be like, what the fuck
what?
do I
Where
do?
do you what?
Where the fuck?
There's a large population of like peacocks that
Wild?
live in Arcadia and Pasadena area. They just like exist in the neighborhoods.
Like feral peacocks?
They're
or...
just random ass peacocks that like exist in the neighborhoods surrounding
like
the arboretum.
people have them as pets, but kind of like some cats get to just wander. They let their peacocks wander.
No, apparently it's just it's the city bird of Arcadia or something. And for some reason there are a bunch of them, and they would like sometimes they usually stay around the arboretum because they feed them. But sometimes they just leave. And then you'll be driving around and then all of a sudden there's like a bunch of peacocks in the middle of the street and they're just there.
Just imagining them
And they just
like
look
5
at you.
peacocks.
You look at them and you're like, what happens now?
And they
don't
like
move.
pull out a switchblade and they're like, "Give me your money."
And so like
a
you start
gang of
backing up the
peacocks.
car and you're like, well, what do I do now? I'm in the foothills of Arcadia. I need to go down this street to go somewhere. And you're like, what for? Like, I don't know. It's just windy roads forever.
Have
Anyway.
you eaten peacock?
Is
I
it
don't think I have.
delicious?
I don't know. I was curious.
But yeah, growing up
I will
in
eat
the
any
60s
bird.
was weird, where you would stumble upon peacocks just randomly in like suburban streets. Holy shit!
They seem like skinny birds.
Most birds are pretty skinny.
Well,
Chickens aren't because we do terrible things to them to
Chickens,
fatten
yeah.
them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, naturally they are not that fat.
Yeah.
Well,
chickens and ducks.
I don't. Your peacock story really made me think of West Side Story now. Like I'm just imagining like a bunch of peacocks in like jean jackets, like pulling switchblades and robbing people and like
George,
they
that
have
might be the
peacock
gayest
feathers
thing
and
you've ever
mohawks.
said.
I gotta say,
What are you
guys,
talking
I
about?
don't understand why we're not making that gay.
Untitled
West Side
Untitled
Story
Goose Game, except it's peacocks and West Side Story themed.
That sounds
Well,
amazing.
Well, birds are the hot thing right now, so time to.
I wonder
time to
how-
do it.
Press
wonder
this
if
button to
Hot
spread your
Tofu-
tail. Press this button to scream like a distressed child.
Oh God. What if?
I mean,
what if-
Goat Simulator worked, right?
Yep.
So
I mean, look, Untitled Goose Game. Like, we could just make Untitled Peacock Game. Doesn't sound as good.
Nah,
It
you
really
can't
doesn't
fast
sound-
follow that.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
really
you
can't.
can. You
I think it
can
would be
fast food
better
company
to
and it's the same goose.
at least give the peacock a leather jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah, it needs. No, it
You,
needs a jean jacket.
it spreads its thing and it's a gang sign.
Yeah, identify. That'd be so
I don't know
awesome.
about
Are we
anyone that was
still
just said in
streaming
the last
this?
5
Yes,
minutes.
100%.
Oh my god,
Wait,
this is
what?
the best idea.
This is
Game
solid
2,
gold.
game 2.
Oh no, I didn't
Some-
realize we were still streaming.
Someone put it in the
This
game
is
2
solid
folder.
gold. What are you talking about? This is game design at its finest.
I kind of agree.
I don't want a peacock story out there. Well, actually, let's make a game about
That's
a peacock.
and that's the
story.
title, a peacock
And
story.
we
A
need to
peacock
and we need and we need
Ah,
and we need to license the Let Me See Your Peacock song.
No.
Oh my
Whatever.
gosh.
I've never heard that song. You know the thing I like about peacocks, jean jackets is good, but I think also peacocks drinking tea. If we had a tea time,
Oh my gosh. What if we made a game about colonialism where the world was run by peacocks
Oh,
drinking tea?
What?
Where are
be
we
great.
going?
Where did that come from? Where are
Then
we?
it's like,
Peacock
that's what the sound they make. It's so awful. They do it all the time.
Peacock Universalis 4.
you
Oh
finally
man, this
crossed
is
the
a Friday.
screen.
Okay, I'm ready.
Actually, have you guys ever heard penguins? The noise that emperor penguins make?
Yeah, we're done. Bye.
It's,
everyone.
it's like basically